2025 Bowman University Chrome football sealed case hobby break. Hope everybody's having a great start to the weekend. Happy Halloween. Christopher, what's up? What's going on? If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning customer, welcome back. We're live on eBay Live and YouTube like we always are. If you guys love this stuff, we got another hobby case and a jumbo case, both running Sunday night. So 2 more cases of this Sunday night, all by player. Those auctions are live now. As for tonight's break, pretty laid back channel. We don't scream, we don't yell. There's no flying chest bumps. We don't scream bang. There's no buzzers on every single auto. We just rip the case. We enjoy it with you. We talk football, we talk basketball, we talk all sports. Sometimes we talk movies, fast food. It doesn't really matter. But either way, pretty laid back, fun channel here. Again, welcome to Rips Card Rips. It's Halloween night, 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Not a lot of sports action going on besides the end of the World Series game. We've got Idaho playing Northern Arizona. We got a college football game, then we got some NBA. So hope you guys enjoy the break. It's 11:03 p.m. Eastern time. I'm gonna give it about 30 seconds. I'm gonna pop this case. We're gonna get started at 11:05. I would guess about an hour and 15 rip time. So we'll be out of here about 11:45. We do a recap at the end. We ship these out within 2 business days, safely and securely in bubble mailers. As always, Doc G says, "Hey Mox, let's roll." Here we go. Again, thanks so much for joining the break. If you guys want to let me know who you're rooting for in the live break, down in the chat on eBay Live or YouTube, please do. I always love to know who's here if we hit a monster card. If you don't want to let me know, no worries. You don't have to. I hit a red and a gold Cooper Flag auto the other night for some guy. Probably $40,000 worth of autos. The guy wasn't here, never sent me a message. I don't even know if he was. If he doesn't hit him. But you get your cards here. You get them safely and securely. If you hit anything crazy, we insure it. We ship it to you in boxes. We get them all to you. I've been doing this for a long time. We appreciate you guys. Here we go. There's your empty case. Again, we're off tomorrow night. I've got a event for my kids' school, but we'll be back Sunday night with a jumbo case and a hobby case of this. So if you guys want to come hang out, that'd be great. Next week, we got a lot of stuff. A lot of basketball. Topps basketball mega boxes, Topps holiday basketball mega boxes, 4 cases of Panini Combat Anthology. We got 3 cases of Finest UFC. We got all sorts of stuff. So, you guys want to come back and hang out? We'll be here next week. Maddox Madsen, Matt Lauder, and Malik Rutherford. There we go. Alejandro Hawaii. I know who he is. All right, here we go. Good luck. I don't know what the case hits are. I think I saw one of them. I don't believe the Acropolis is a case hit. I know the Acropolis autos are still a big chase, but if I miss something, you guys want me to go back, just let me know. All cards show, all cards ship, but if I miss an image variation or something that I haven't seen, just let me know. I'm happy to go back. I haven't watched anybody rip this. I actually genuinely, at this point, never watch anyone rip anything other than myself. So let's see what we got. I feel like these cases are pretty good from just what I've seen from people posting what they've got. I'm not going to read you every single card. Mateer. We're starting out with a DeAndre Moore Jr. base auto, so that's annoying. They just throw the base auto in there in the 3rd card, but at least we know now the 3rd card may be an auto. DeAndre Moore Jr., there you go. DMJ. Kirk Francis. Darius Taylor. I'm not sure how hard the mascots are to hit, but I hope we hit one tonight. There's Gunnar Stockton. There we go. Haynes King. Gold mini diamonds. Awesome. I love Haynes King. Love to watch him play. It's at 350, I think. I can't really tell. It's top right. Let's see. Haynes King. The gold looks really good with the GT unis. That's out of 350. 53 out of 350. Haynes King. Okay. James Peoples. Wish I won the Haynes King spot. Yeah. Love Haynes King. Jaden Greathouse refractor first. All your refractors are better. Will be sleeved and loaded when we ship them to you, but for the sake of the live break, refractors we don't sleeve and load during the live break. Otherwise, we'd be here for 3 hours. We don't want to do that. Luke Reynolds is to 275. Luke Reynolds to 275. I feel like there's a lot of numbered cards in this stuff from the one box I saw somebody post on social. Big Papa, what's up, buddy? Hope all's well with you. Happy Halloween. Like every other pack is good. Every other pack is boring. Yep. Seems to be the way. BB. All right. Javian Thomas. Base auto. So 2 crappy base autos in the first box. Get that box out of the way. We don't want that box. We're not putting either of those on stands. Those aren't good ones. We're good. Again, a lot of breakers are going to scream and yell and be like, oh, my, a Javian Thomas. Bang, boom. Light a buzzer off. It's a base auto. It's about as bad as you can do. 2 base autos in a hobby box is about as bad as you can do. Lindsay, there's Barnett the third, refractor. I do feel like for $150 or whatever they're charging for this, you should never get 2 base autos. But that's just my own opinion. I feel like in any scenario, if you buy a hobby box but there's 2 autos, you should never get 2 base autos. I feel like they print enough of it that they should be able to make that happen. But hey, that's why I open the boxes and they produce them. But there's no scenario where you should ever get 2 base autos for what they charge for boxes these days. That's Rutherford. Malik Rutherford. Impossible to read these names through the lens. It's a shimmy. A little shimmy. Let's see tour box. I don't even know what that means. Let's see tour box. All right. Grayson James, X-Fractor. One out of 5 cases for a mascot. All right, well, figured they'd be tough to hit. There's Lofton Refractor first. I saw a couple of the mascots were posted up on eBay. There's Bryce Underwood. Everybody's big on Bryce. There's another Bryce. Veltkamp. I feel like Ty Simpson's the guy. That's the guy. I feel like he's the one. If I wanted one. Rocco Becht out of 25. True Orange. Non-first Bowman, though. But nice one for the Rocco Becht spot. We at least have a stand-worthy card out of the first box. Rocco Becht. I also don't think he's good or will ever be good at the next level, personally, but thank you for not being crazy annoying. Yeah, there's a lot of wild ones out there. I do have opinions, and sometimes I give my opinions on quarterbacks or players, and people get mad at that. But for the most part, we just try to keep it pretty laid back. That's Javon Tracy. Sorry, it's really hard to see these names the way that they make the first name so small. And honestly, I don't watch college football like I used to. I don't have the time necessarily to watch every single college football game. So every one of these prospects, I don't necessarily know. Justin Marshall, refractor. All right, first box, just okay. We got an orange. We got 2 base autos. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what to make of the product yet. I haven't ripped enough of it. Try glasses. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I don't really need glasses necessarily based on my last vision test, but as you're looking through a phone to try to get to a first name that is very hard to read based on the contrast, you know, a little bit challenging. Are you in the break? Golden hour studying? Scruffy City Collectibles. What's up? Golden hour. Are you in the break? Who you got? Let me know who you got. Auto. That's Jonah Coleman. Jonah Coleman sticker auto. Washington. Jonah. All base autos so far, which I guess let's get these out of the way. Yeah, pretty close, Doc G. I just want to hear the response to that. Michael Van Buren Jr. What is that? Luke Altmaier, just upside down and backwards for no reason. He got us all excited with a Luke Altmaier. Yeah, get him out. There we go. It's Jacoby Jackson, 325. Jacoby to 325. Peyton Lewis. College Rule Playbook, Gunnar Stockton. Let me know if there's an image variation, like I said, guys. If there's an image variation or a case hit that I may not know is a case hit, if I'm not ripping enough of this, just let me know. Path to Glory, Aiden Childs to 50. Nice gold. Nice one there. I really like this kid, actually. I just don't think he's had a whole lot of talent around him at Michigan State, but I do like him. Doesn't necessarily mean I think I like eBay, but the YouTube stream, yeah, the chat crazies always go over there. Jamarian Wilcox from Kentucky to 350 gold mini, or that might be yellow mini diamonds. It's funny now, YouTube as the creator, I guess, or content creator, they pop up all these things, add a Q&A. Right now, it says, do you want to ask, what did you have for dinner? Part of me wants to send that out. Acropolis, Gunnar Stockton. Like, what did you have for dinner? Like, why would I write that? But that's what YouTube brings to the table for us. Like, do you want to ask? That's Hudson Clement to 299. At least we got a numbered auto. At least we're on the board with a numbered auto. They do exist. Here we go. All right, Darius Taylor. Not sure why these are upside down and backwards. Lenore Sellers. I'm curious, who's your biggest? We got a bunch of people in the live. We got, 30 of you across both channels. Terry Bussey. Who's the biggest? Are you guys gamblers? Who's your winner tomorrow? Give me the spread. Give me why. Sell me. Who wins tomorrow? Who you betting and why? There's Concepcion. Concepcion looked good last week. What happened? What happened to the end? Game 7. What happened at the end of that game, Irby? I don't have it on in the break room. When I left, it was 3-1. Joe Royer to 99. Green shimmy. Double play. Yeah, the game was terrible. All these games. This has been a horrible World Series. Horrendous. Unwatchable, actually. Dodgers can't hit. Nobody can hit. And Yamamoto's not good. Yoshinobu Yamamoto's not good. That's the funny thing. Is like he's been awful all year. Cyrus Allen. Yoshinobu Yamamoto may be good against the Blue Jays, but he sucks. Jays had runners second and third with no outs. Couldn't do it. Did they even get one? Oh, they didn't even score one, huh? That's what happens. That looks like Dallas Wilson. That looks like an image variation. I don't know for sure, but you guys let me know. Either way, if Yoshinobu Yamamoto is going to be the MVP of a World Series, which he might be right now, it's bad for the sport. Bad for the sport. He stinks. He stinks. All off-speed garbage. It's been awful all year, getting crushed all year. And then, Blue Jays aren't a good team either. So, it is what it is. Baseball stinks. Danny O'Neill to 325. Baseball stinks. Nobody bats over 235 anymore. That used to be the Mendoza line when baseball was good. And by the way, the pitchers back then were way, way better than they are now. Way better. Greg Maddux, Randy Johnson, Nolan Ryan, Roger Clemens. There's not a pitcher in the last 15 years that even sniffs those guys. But batters still batted 290, 300, 285. Nowadays, all you got to do is hit 220 and hit a couple of timely home runs, and they consider you a good hitter. Eli Bowen, X-Fractor. Baseball's in a tough place. They've had to change the rules. They've had to put in a pitch clock. Still, nobody cares. Nobody cares. I didn't watch one inning. I watched regular season basketball tonight, and some of the worst college football you could ever watch. Garrett Nussmeier, refractor, nice one. I just don't care about baseball at all. If you can't hit, I don't care. It's always how I've been, but a lot of people love it. A lot of people got excited about the Blue Jays. I don't even think the Dodgers are that good. For the payroll, they're not that good. Do I like baseball? Yeah, I loved it my whole childhood. I'm 42 years old. I'm an Indians fan, Guardians fan. I grew up when the Indians in 95 had, 8 guys who batted 300 in the regular season? That was baseball. This isn't baseball. What you're watching now is not baseball. It's a strikeout fest. It's guys who don't care about putting the ball in play. It's guys who don't run out grounders. It's a different world, man. It's not baseball. I tried to explain to my kids the Mendoza line. There's Aiden. There you go. Aiden Childs. The Mendoza line, 235 used to mean like you're getting sent to the minors. If you were batting 235, you were one of the worst hitters in baseball. Now, you're nobody cares about launch angles. I don't care about that. If you bat less than 235, you stink. You stink. But you stay in the majors nowadays. No one cares about launch angles. I don't care about BABIP. I don't care about all these advanced metrics. I care about being able to hit a baseball. Trey White. Mini diamonds to 350. And until they get it back to where guys can hit baseballs on a regular basis and don't just have timely home runs, I don't care. And the viewership shows you nobody else cares either. Nobody else cares. No one's watching these games. Anybody watching these games, the only reason they're watching them, path to glory, Ty Simpson, is because they're rooting against the Dodgers and their inflated payroll. Dodgers are batting, 209 in this series? It's embarrassing. Against the Blue Jays pitching? Ugh. It's gross. It's a horrible, horrible view for the sport. Adrian Norton, first refractor. No autos are wall-worthy. Horrible for the sport. Ohtani, great. He's doing great. DT Sheffield, first to 275. 275, DT Sheffield. Don't get me started on baseball. It's an embarrassment. The product they put on the field is an embarrassment. 209 against the Blue Jays starting pitching. Ugh. For a $1 billion payroll. Come on. Could you imagine? Imagine what the 95 Indians would have done to this pitching staff. Matayo Uiagalelei, yeah, out of 299. It's hard to pronounce that one. Uiagalelei. Haven't pronounced that one in a while out loud. 188 out of 299. All right. Mateo. There you go. Oregon Ducks. Braves won in 95, yeah. I know they won. Guardians had the best hitting in the world. You know why the Braves won? Because they had the best pitching in the world. Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, Steve Avery. Yeah. I'm well aware of who won. Oh, man, thank you. Xavier Brown, first refractor. That was when baseball was fun to watch. That was when baseball was so much fun to watch. Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux, for me, greatest pitcher of all time. No one will ever come close. And when you ask most people who the best pitcher of all time, nobody even considers Greg Maddux. Guy invented the circle change pretty much. I think he maxed out at 93, 94? But man, that guy painted corners. He made the best batting lineup of all time look like they never played before. Chris Brazel II. Go back and find me a better lineup, average-wise, top to bottom, than that 95 Indians lineup. And Greg Maddux embarrassed them. Scruff City, I haven't, this is my third box, so no, I haven't. Adrian Norton, X Factor. But I hope we do. I hope we do pull a mascot. The mascots seem awesome. I think their offense was like David Justice. They had Marquise Grissom. I'm trying to remember back then. David Justice, Marquise Grissom. Off the top of my head, I don't remember any else. Lee Beebe Jr. refractor first. But that staff was amazing. I can't think of who their closer was. Eli. I know who the Indians' closer was. It was, what was his name? Actually, I can't even think of it right now. Concepcion to 99 is really nice. Man, did he have a big game last week. Kid is an absolute stud. Texas A&M is a really good football team. Just smacked LSU. Basically got the coach fired. Good for them. Wallers might have been the closer. Yeah, that was before John Rocker. So, yeah, it probably was. That was before John Rocker. I was thinking John Rocker, but it wasn't John Rocker. Yeah. I assume they did a limited run on the mascots just to make them a chase. Rocco Becht. And I'm okay with doing the limited run. Like, you know, if they produce them, if they mass produce them, they don't have any value. Same reason when they do the retrofractors in Bowman Chrome. Like, I actually like that they did that. It gives everybody a good chase. So, trust me, I bash Fanatics all the time for what they do, but I think this was cool. All right, 3 boxes in, nothing crazy yet. We're starting to trend in the right direction, though. Autos, nothing great yet. This is box 4. Box 4. Again, hope everybody had a great Halloween. We took my kids out for pizza. Got to bring their cousins, and then we went down and trick-or-treated. They got a whole bunch of candy. We got to watch the Cavs lose. We watched the Sean Payton movie. I can't think of the name of it. The one where Kevin James is Sean Payton. Home team. We watched that. They ate candy and popcorn. They had a good night. So hopefully you guys had a great night. Again, I am opinionated, but it doesn't mean I always think my opinions are right. I just like to give them to you. Brazil, the second auto. But when it comes to baseball, man, it's tough for me to get into it these days. Looking for Josh Hoover or a Rocco auto. I feel like you got a couple nice Roccos, right? You got a Rocco orange to 25. I feel like, David, you're doing all right so far through just 3 boxes. Just 3 boxes. You already got an orange Rocco. That's Elijah Lofton is to 275. It's like a lime green. Lime green. Not really a team color match with the Canes hunter green, but still, we'll work with that. Again, if you guys love this stuff, I'll be back. There's Diego. That's my guy. Love Diego. Lenore Sellers. Who do you guys think's the best quarterback prospect out of this class coming out? Let's hear it. I love to hear people's opinions. Jack Endries Refractor. Who's the best quarterback prospect out of this class? It's a 2-part question. And why? Elijah Lofton to 325. A couple of Loftons in a row. We're surrounding you with an aqua and a lime green to go with your hunter green. All right, Lofton. Okay, Lofton. Boring one. Nobody wants to tell me who the best prospect is. Michael Van Buren Jr. What is that? Harrison Wallace III. Like his auto. My son's name is Harrison. I actually really like that auto. H-Dub III. I like that. Hill Jr. Peyton Lewis. J.R. Hill or J.R. Hill. Isaiah Hunter. Is that Diego? Yeah, there's Diego. He's back, baby. Can't believe his mom is dating, what's his name? It's been a wild year for Diego and Vandy. You guys think Vandy gets it done this week? Nobody cares about my who's the best quarterback or who wins this week questions. So, gold shimmy Josh Cameron. Awesome. Out of 50. Color match Baylor. Love that card. I don't personally know much about Josh Cameron, but I do know that card is awesome. Gold shimmy. Georgia, Florida. I don't know. I haven't broken it down yet. I usually do that in the morning. Mateo, again, first X-Fractor. I like Ohio State to beat Penn State by about 40. If anybody was a futures better, you got that line at 3.5. I like Ohio State to roll. I like Javon Tracy, first refractor. I put a circle around Ohio State and I put a circle around Vandy for tomorrow. Everything else, I'm not really sure yet. I haven't dug into the numbers, but where's that game? Georgia, Florida. Where is that game? I assume Georgia wins handily if it's in Georgia. If it's in Florida, who knows? Haas to 325. Neutral site. Interesting. What's the spread? What's Vegas say? I would assume that line's like 9.5. Georgia minus 9.5. That would be my guess without looking at it yet. I would assume Georgia would be a pretty heavy favorite there. If they're not, bet the other way. Reggie Virgil, X-Fractor. Last pack, box 4. Again, we got 12 boxes here. That's DeAndre Moore Jr. Refractor. Who was that? Bo Perbula. There we go. All right, nothing crazy yet. Nothing to get the chat going yet. Box 5 coming. We'll take a quick break in the middle of the case, and then we'll finish them out. Like I said, probably about an hour and 15 total break time. Concepcion, Rocco Becht, doing okay so far. Aiden Childs, Uiagalelei. Let's see something here. Come on. Doc, yes, there are case hits. 55 All-American has a Montana. 1 in 33 hobby cases. Jeez, oh man. Yeah, it's like what? Montana, Elway, Terry Bradshaw, and Bo Jackson. But if you hit one of those, you're living right. Man, if your hobby shop, there's Caden Lee at a 99 green. If your hobby shop lets you pack these out, the first, whatever it is, top left is an auto every time. I'm always weirded out by anybody who packs out hobby boxes these days, but oh, I go get some candy. Yeah, that's right. Love candy. But I hate when you know where the auto is every time, but hey, what are you gonna do? Blue, Jadarian Price to 150. It's been a while since I pulled a crazy super. The craziest super I've pulled this year was a Messi Super Auto, but that was early in the year. We haven't pulled a crazy super in a while. Reese's Twizzlers, what's my fave? Good question. Irby Moore, I actually like you. You've been a really good member of the chat. I'm a Twix guy, if I got to be honest. My first number 1 choice. I'm a Twix guy. There's an Isaac Wilson Refractor. There is a Luke Altmaier to 150. I'm a Twix guy. Actually, we stopped at a house today where they were like, with the kids, we have full-size candy bars for the kids, and would you guys like a Jell-O shot? And I'm 42 years old, and I genuinely did want a Jell-O shot, but I'm one of those guys that doesn't like a potluck. Micah Alejado, there you go, from Hawaii. I don't like a potluck just because I need to see your kitchen before I eat food that was made in it. So I turned down the Jell-O shots. But a lot of people were doing the Jell-O shots. It was an interesting Halloween. But for me, we'll do our own thing, but I got to see how you made the Jell-O shot. I don't know anything about you. Drake Lindsay, auto 299. We got a quarterback finally from Minnesota. Minnesota's having a good year. But I'm a Twix guy at heart. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know if you have like 18 cats and they're all walking on your kitchen counter and like you don't care, and then there's hair, and then you're mixing up the cookie batter. And then you bring the cookies into work, and then I got to eat it. And it's just, for me, like potlucks, like if I know you, Caleb Douglas, if I know you, like I've met you, I've been in your house, yeah, sure, cook some food, I'll eat it. But if I've never met you and then we do a potluck, or I'm walking by your house and you're like, hey, you want a Jell-O shot? You know what? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need your Jell-O shot. I'll survive. I'll get a beverage when I get home, but it was a nice gesture. There was a bunch of people. It was funny because like a bunch of people's kids were like trying to get down the steps and whatever at this house, and all the parents were doing Jell-O shots. We got a gold shimmy. And I was just helping the kids down the steps. I'm like, you know what? Come on down. There's Marcel Reed to 50. Nice one there. Gold shimmy. Marcel Reed, Texas A&M, man. Watch out for Texas A&M. Scary team. A lot of talent, a lot of speed. Your beer was sealed? Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel weird. I feel weird just taking the Jello shot from some random person. But I also don't like Jello shots. I never did. It's not my favorite thing. I'll do a shot with anybody, but I don't want a Jello shot. Like, I'm gonna have to rub around the outside of it, try to coax the Jello out, and then it's enough. Not my thing. One of the houses that we walked by tonight, and we live in a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio. One of the houses, they hired a professional bartender. They were serving drinks. There's Steve Angeli, Syracuse. He's obviously not playing. They had a professional bartender out in their lawn, and they were inviting people to come up and get a drink. Man, you guys are next level. Just trying to get my kids a couple of Twixes and some Twizzlers and get home. But, man, some people really go crazy on Halloween. I don't, but a lot of people do. Whatever. Different strokes for different folks, right? There's DeAndre Moore Jr., X-Fractor. Doc G says enough Aggies. All right. No more Aggies for Doc G. I just want to see a super. There's Makai Lemon Refractor and Gleason. All right. We haven't pulled anything great yet out of this hobby case. I'm kind of annoyed. I'm getting annoyed. One orange, a couple of gold shimmies. No true golds. I feel like the second half of this case might be nutso. At least I hope. I'm kind of annoyed by the autos, too. Like, nothing exciting on the autos. This box seems like the packs are all a little jumbled. Let's see if we can't mix up the auto for once. All right, box 6 of 12 if you're just joining us. Again, welcome to Rips Card Rips. If you guys love this stuff, we'll be back Sunday. We got a hobby case and a jumbo case. Jones says, let's see an LJ Martin. Let's see an LJ Martin. Call a shot. Let's do it. Come on, LJ Martin. There's my man Diego. Joey Aguilar to 299. It's a quarterback. It's not the one you want unless you got that spot. I think that's a min price spot. Either way, decent hit if you got that spot. Congrats. Refractor auto. All right, we got my man Harrison Wallace. Path to Glory is backwards. Bryce Underwood. Caden Salter. Green, Ethan Vasco. Is that Liberty's quarterback? Out of 275. Liberty's quarterback, I think. Liberty to 275. Liberty. I think that's the way the commercial goes. There you go. Get some. Keen. Dante Moore. I feel like everyone was really high on Dante Moore. Mazeo Bennett Jr. Refractor. Again, all your refractors are better. Will be sleeved and top loaded when they ship to you. I promise you guys. Those of you guys who are new here, you probably looked at the feedback when you bought in. There's Eric Rivers to 275. All you regulars obviously know how your cards are going to get delivered, but if you're new here and you see refractors not getting sleeved and loaded during the break, the only reason that is because I buy into breaks too. And there's nothing I hate more than seeing the breakers sit there after every pack and sleeve and load 9 cards. We don't have time for that. I want you guys to be entertained as much as possible. Carry on with your night and just know that you are going to get your cards safely and securely. The mascots are rare, Doc G. There's DJ Frederick Jr. to 299. Refractor. Still skunking on good autos. Still struggling. We're starting to get some numbered autos, which is exciting, but nothing good yet. Any recommendations for breakers I buy into? Where are you looking to go? On eBay? eBay Live? Oh, there's Hansen, Carson Hansen refractor on eBay. Oh, who do I buy into most on eBay? There's John Mateer, Acropolis. Let's see. On eBay, the safest and most secure breakers. If you want to get your cards safely and securely, would you want to be entertained, or what are you looking for? What's your when you're looking for a breaker? What do you want? Fast shipping? Like, tell me what your number one thing is. Haynes King, because every breaker's got like a different shtick. You want to be entertained? You want like nonstop craziness, or do you just want someone like me, not annoying? I would go to Breaks and Takes. Breaks and Takes do a good job. They're not annoying. They open the cards. Breaks and Takes. BNT. Jonah Coleman. They open the cards. They do all the packs at once, which is not my thing. They open them all out of a box and stack them up. But they're pretty good. They get you your cards. Miller Moss refractor. Breaks and Takes would probably be my number one. They're not annoying. They don't annoy me. That would be my number one suggestion. But there's a lot of them. I mean, anybody on eBay Live, you're going to get a good breaker. You're going to get your cards. That's the best part about eBay Live is there's no BS. You get your cards. Dawson Pendergrass is to 75 purple. I didn't realize purple was so short printed. Yeah, man, you got it. But when you buy into a break, like 5 nights ago, I hit somebody in the same hobby case of Topps basketball. I hit somebody a gold Cooper Flag auto, which I think is like a $5,000 card, and then a red Cooper Flag silver pack auto in the last pack. So that guy spent, I think, $500, $510, and hit about $45,000 in cards. And the very next day, I sent them a message. Congratulations on your insane cards. And I insured the shipment myself, put them in a box. Like I don't ship those ones in a bubble mailer. Like those go in a very special shipment. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really good breakers on eBay Live. You're in the right spot. We're halfway through the case. Nothing crazy yet. We got 6 boxes left to go. I'm going to take a 30-second break. We'll be right back. Again, thanks so much, guys. We'll be right back to finish the case. All right, we're back. We got 6 boxes to go. Here we go. Hopefully this half of the case is not so. If you just joined us, we'll do a recap at the end. You like them for WWE breaks? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good breakers. Like I said, there's any of the breakers where it's not like when the breaker makes it about them, that's when I lose interest. But as long as you just do what you're supposed to do, open the cards, get them safely and securely to the buyers. Like there's not a lot of, you don't really have to differentiate yourself by screaming and yelling. So that's what I look for. That's it. I just want to get my cards. That's all. Path to Glory, Carson Beck. I didn't realize Carson Beck still had cards in here. Rivers. Udo refractor. Bond. Lewis Bond. Nussmeier. Frederic. Green Decker DeGroff to 99. Green mini diamonds. Braden Locke. Johnny Daniels. Mateer. Auto didn't come in the first pack here, so that's exciting. Bowen. Darius Taylor. Not sure if that's a variation of some sort. You guys will let me know. All right, we got Deshaun Bishop. That is Baron Morton. That looks like a case hit. Yeah, Dean's List, that's a case hit. Baron Morton. All right, that's a case hit. Dean's List, I know that's a case hit because I looked it up. Wife tapped out. Makes sense. That makes sense. Case hit, Baron Morton. Halfway through box 7. 3 cards in this one. It's fun. Can we get 5 in another pack? Let's see. Still no autos out of this box. Oh, is that? I can't even read it. Moulton. Kamar Moulton. We missed a card in one of those packs, so let's see if they give us one back. Pena. Refractor. Still no autos yet out of this box, which is annoying. Darius Taylor. Jarek Gibson. Auto, base. I'm not getting anyone going. Jarek Gibson. Again, we'll do a quick recap at the end of the break of all the numbered cards and autos. Morton. Udo. Got a blue. Miller, the blue is Nolan Ray for the Terps. Nolan Ray. Come on, let's see a big auto. Matt Jones. Muhammad X-Fractor. Royer. Isaac Wilson Refractor first. Jordan Tyson. How many cases of this? I have, that's Hardy. Can't see his first name. It's impossible. Ahmad Hardy. Impossible to see that through the lens. Ahmad Hardy is to 275. I have one more hobby case, one more jumbo case. They're both Sunday night, Doc G. Jumbo case has, what, 4 autos per? And I have one more hobby case. They're both like 9 o'clock and 10:30 or 9:30 and 11 o'clock Sunday. I don't know the times off the top of my head, but yeah, it's something like that. All right, we got our second auto. Talon Taylor, there you go. I think somebody messaged me and said they were a member of his family. That's a gold shimmy auto out of 50. If so, congratulations. That's awesome. His auto's awesome. I love that hit. Congrats. 48 out of 50. Nasty. Probably my favorite card out of the case so far, personally. Talon Taylor. There we go. All right, we got 5 to go. 5 to go. Gold shimmies are everywhere. A lot of gold shimmies. Box 8. Box number 8. There we go, Talon. There you go. Will there be an auto in the first pack? Let's see. Mizell. Nope. I like when there's not an auto in the first pack. It actually saves a little bit of suspense. Nate Johnson. Orange auto Cyrus Allen. Cincy out of 25. 8 of 25. Second orange out of the case. Can we see a red or a super, please? I don't know much about Cyrus Allen, so an orange auto is not going to make the wall, unfortunately. Somebody's screaming in the chat about how awesome of a hit that is, so I'm just going to go with that. Brendan Lewis, refractor, Cedric Alexander. Kekahuna, Diego. Kate Hauser. Levitt. RJ Maryland. Jeremy Bernard, there you go. Blue mini diamonds. 150. It's not his first, but still a nice one. Nice Jeremy. Peyton Lewis. There's Billy Edwards Jr. Jonah Coleman refractor. Pafele Ashlock. Dante Moore. Not sure why they're flipping the inserts in the 3-spot upside down. Upside down. Again, welcome everybody on eBay Live and YouTube. Hope you guys had a happy Halloween. Thanks for spending some of it here with me. I think this might be a true yellow auto. True yellow. Ja'Cory Barney Jr. to 350. Not an auto. Just a true yellow. Ja'Cory. JBJ. Ja'Cory Barney Jr. JBJ, not the JBC, the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, which we all love. Ah, man, I'm 42 now. I can't tell you the last time I had a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, but I'll tell you what, back in college, there's Elijah Lofton, X-Fractor. A standard order was 3 Junior Bacon Cheeseburgers, a 5-piece nugget, a side Caesar salad, Acropolis, there's TJ Parker. Yeah, I hope so, Doc G. We really haven't seen a big card out of the case yet, honestly. I'd assume we'd see 1 or 2, but I haven't watched a case yet. There's Haynes King. That's a big card. At $2.99. Refractor auto. It's the best auto out of the case, in my humble opinion. Haynes King. HK. That's always like it's like always $6 on the Wendy's dollar menu. 3 JBCs. Side Caesar salad, 5-piece nuggets, and tax. So it was always like $6, but I don't know what. That probably costs $20 now. I saw somebody saying like Chipotle. Like I know I usually get double chicken or double steak or whatever, but it's like almost $20 now. Jacoby Jackson, purple shimmy. That's out 75. Jacoby. Kobe. It's wild. When I used to go to Chipotle, it was like $5.75. Yeah. 34 base card parallels. That's wild. Falk. When I used to go to Chipotle, it was $5.75, and then like by the end of year 3, it was like $6.15. There's Evan Pryor refractor, but nowadays, yeah, especially if you use DoorDash or whatever, like you can get a burrito that's like $50 to get it to your house. It's wild. And when you go to Chipotle, that's my favorite thing. There's Cedric Alexander to 350 first for Vandy. Nice gold mini diamonds or yellow mini diamonds. When you used to go to Chipotle, there'd be like 5 people waiting on the line for you. Even if you were 15 people deep, you'd get out of there in like 8 minutes. Nowadays, if you're 4 people deep in that line, there's only one person that's working the line. They work all the way down with you, and then they check you out. So, I mean, you're talking 35 minutes if you're the 4th person in line. You like the new chimichurri? Yeah, I mean, I like all their food, but it's really hard to go there now. Like, if you're not in the top 2 people in line, you might be there for 40 minutes, and they don't care. And, like, there's other employees back behind the line, like, cooking the food, and they just look at you like, yeah, what's up, man? Should have ordered online. Could have done the drive-through. It's like, well, we want to eat here. I get it. I understand what they're trying to get you to do, but I got a 5 and a 7-year-old. They like to eat there. I can't order their quesadilla ahead. They don't make quesadillas ahead, so you got to get them there. But yeah, they still have 4 people on that line. Chris Vizina, Campus Star signatures. There you go. CV. Nice Chris Vizina. Campus Star signatures. I don't know if that's a good one. I feel like this case has been kind of lame. We need a super of somebody. Royce Underwood, Acropolis. Isaiah Hunter. First, that's Coy Aiken, or Aiken, might be pronounced Aiken. Devin Dampier, not Eric Dampier. Only old people know who Eric Dampier was. Old NBA star, Eric Dampier. John Mateer, Peyton Bowen, 325. Pena. Give us a red or better. We got to see a red auto or a super base. That's what I got to see out of this case. This case has been terrible. I'm not one of those breakers that hypes up a case like, oh my God, look at this case. There's blues and oranges. No, this case sucks. We got to fix it. We got it on the way in. We got to hit something. This case has been terrible. At $150 a box, there's Amari Kelly. I'm not sure a single box has gotten there. In fact, looking at the wall, I'm not even sure we have a $150 card on the wall, despite some good cards. So we got to get there. My favorite card in my personal collection. Interesting question. Give me a second. Maddox Madsen to 225. My favorite card for my personal collection. It's a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie from 89 Upper Deck. But only because my dad and I went to shows every weekend when I was a kid. And I mean, my dad is he's an electrical engineer, so he's just got an eye for perfection. And he probably looked at 1,000 of these. Eli Holstein, he probably looked at 1,000 Griffey rookies. And we finally bought one. And I'll never forget him saying, like, because we used to look at Jordan rookies when we were out, Whit Weeks Refractor, and he would be like, man, should we buy one of these? And we never bought one. Oh, John Mateer, there you go. John Mateer spot, there you go. On-card auto. Or no, it's not an on-card auto. And he missed the sticker a little bit. I thought it was on-card. But I'll never forget, like, we used to look at those Jordan Fleer rookies, and they were like $500. As clean as you could get. And he'd be like, should we get one? I'm like, 3 after this, Doc G. We never did, but I wish we had the foresight with my dad's eye. Because the Griffey that I have is still, I mean, it's perfect. And it's probably a PSA. It's probably a PSA 10, but for me, it doesn't matter. Because I'll never sell it. It'll go down to my kids. But I wish we would have had the foresight to buy some of the Jordans and let my dad pick them, because, man, it'd be worth a fortune now. Joe Labas out of 50, another gold shimmy. And after that, some Jordan stuff that we collected. I have some cool Jordan inserts. I have like an Emotion Intense, like the gold, like shimmer looking one. Green. Just a lot of the stuff that I collected when I was a kid. I have a really cool Aaron Rodgers on-card Immaculate auto that I'll give my kids someday. Carson Beck refractor. I hope to get a Tiger Woods auto for my kids. A Tiger Woods on-card auto someday, but they're so expensive. So we'll see. But I have some goals. Malik Murphy to 225. But I'd like to get all the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So I've already got Rodgers. I'd love to get a Brady, a Manning, Joe Montana, Steve Young, John Elway. Those are my favorite quarterbacks of all time. So we'll see. We'll see what I can collect while I'm here. Yeah, you probably were wasting money, but man, that dollar, it went a long way. I spent a lot of my grandma's dollars on Collector's Choice because that was like the only thing I could get for $1, Big Papa. But I would help my grandma grocery shop, and then she would give me $20 because the card shop was actually by the grocery store. It was like in the same little strip mall. So if I helped her and I was good throughout the process, she would give me $20. Like, and it was every 2 weeks. And I wanted to, I didn't want to get one pack and be upset. So I was always the guy that wanted to maximize the entertainment value. So I would always get like Collector's Choice and the cheaper stuff. But in hindsight, I probably should have got, those first years of Finest, the refractors, man. I wish I would have had the foresight to know. And also, like, I went through college and I stopped collecting. Ooh, is that a red? That's a true red. Looks like a red. Here we go. Finally, we got something low. Come on. True red, I think. Michigan State. Omari Kelly, 2 out of 5. Red auto. True red auto. Wish that was 1 out of 5. Would it be a jersey number? Omari Kelly. There we go. No Mendoza yet. No Mendoza. At least nothing good Mendoza-wise. Nice Omari Kelly. True red auto out of 5. Big Papa. There you go, baby. There you go. We got your red. We love Big Papa here. Big Papa supports all our breaks. Always comes in with a positive attitude in the chat. Never, ever, ever complains. And never says, hey, I haven't hit this. Just comes in. Enjoys the chat. Roots for other people. So we always root for Big Papa. We always root for Big Papa to hit. We love it. It's an awesome hit. Now let's get a super. Let's see a super for somebody, huh? Come on, super. Said red auto or super base. Let's get both. Bryson Washington's at a 99. Baylor, that looks good with the Baylor green. Green mini diamonds. Again, we're in box, what, 10? Yeah, 10 of 12. If you guys love this stuff, we'll be back Sunday night. We got a hobby case and a jumbo case back to back. All auctions are live now. I don't get any of the super high-end football, honestly, guys. It's not my thing, so I know we got, there's AJ Turner refractor. We got, what, Absolute coming out. We got Mosaic next week. We got, they had Impeccable. Panini's just been firing them out before they lose the license. But, yeah, I don't have any of that stuff, guys. I have a lot of Combat Sports next week. I have Panini Combat, and then I have UFC Finest Junior Vanderos Shimmy. But I think I have 9 cases running next week between basketball and combat sports. So if you guys like basketball or combat sports, come on over and hang out. Pena. And if you just love football, baseball, basketball, save me as a seller on eBay. You'll always know when my auctions go live. Like I said, we pride ourselves in not being annoying. Kevin Jennings, refractor. We try not to be annoying. It's a pretty family-friendly channel. How do people afford to do so many breaks? It can be such a gamble. Yeah, what is that? Junior Vanderos. Toledo at a 350. Yellow. I don't know. It's a good question, Irby. It's a good question. I assume it probably equals itself out, depending on how many, but... Or what for sale? Ian Strong from Rutgers, 325. Are they really for sale? I don't know. I think they may have leaked that. Honestly, I think that might have been a leak just to ruffle some feathers. If Panini was for sale, I can tell you people on Twitter would not be the first person to report it. So no, I don't necessarily think they are. But if they were, I can tell you who they're not going to sell to is the people that they're currently in litigation with. They're not selling to Fanatics, so just know that. And if I'm wrong, screenshot this video and come back and send it to me later and be like, hey, idiot, I thought you said they weren't Owen McCown, but they're not selling to Fanatics. No way. One of the reasons I come back here is the advice. Yeah, don't get carried away. Yeah, I mean you are gambling. Ooh, look at that. Devin Dampier. Go Utes with the hashtag. I like that at $2.99. Nice card. As someone who breaks cards, collects cards with his kids, buys into breaks himself, goes to shows, buys cards, sells cards, whatever. Don't ever buy anything that you can't afford. That's always, don't ever buy anything hoping that it's going to get you out of a situation. If you've got $50 in your bank account, don't spend it on card breaks. If you've got, if you're struggling, you know what I mean, cards aren't the way out. If you have some extra money and you're entertaining yourself with the hopes of hitting something, sure, go ahead and buy into some breaks. But for me, that's the reason why I don't get super high-end stuff. I don't want people buying $2,700 spots and breaks, and then I don't want to be responsible for that. So I specialize in cases that cost me between $1,000 and $3,000. 350 players in those cases. Like, you know, I want people to have fun. I want them to enjoy themselves, but you are gambling. Like whatever people want to tell you in terms of gambling, you're gambling. You are risking American dollars or foreign dollars with the hope that you will hit something that is worth more than what you are paying. That's what you're doing. So if you cannot afford to do that, yeah, Big Papa, I wish you got the right case, man. I really do. Lewis Bond at a 50 gold shimmy. But if you can't afford it, please don't, and don't do it in my cases. I don't want people in here like hoping for a way out. That's not what we do this for. We do this for fun. We do this hoping that people hit crazy cards. We've hit some insane cards here. I mean, honestly, the Cooper Flag that I hit Sunday night, probably people are saying it's a $40,000 card. We've hit some crazy stuff for people, and we hope it keeps you in the hobby, and we hope it keeps you excited. But ultimately, the goal is that everyone just enjoys themselves and they get their cards safely and securely, and they come back again. That's why we do this. We do this for that. Iowa, look at that. Gronowski. Nice Gronowski to 350. There's a couple of dots on this card. I'm sorry. They got the dots. I wish they didn't. I wish that wasn't a thing. I don't know why. Quality control should never let any numbered card out of the facility with any issues. Anthony Hill Jr. is to 275. Well, the fortunate thing is, at least, Andrews, when you get those from me, they'll all be sleeved and loaded. At least you'll get the base card safely. So that's good. It's Pafele Ashlock. Come on, let's hit a big card. I still don't see a big card in this case. The Kelly is the best card because it's red, but I don't know that's a monster. We got a quarterback auto, but not an insane one. The John Mateer is a cool one. We got a Haynes King, it's cool, but like nothing to jump up and down about. An honest breaker. I'm not in this break. I've spent $60K in less than 18 months, about 35 that I owe on. You're so right. Wow, man. Well, Fernando, heyo, let's go. Mendoza, there we go, baby. 25 out of 75. Congrats, my man, that said any Mendoza. There you go, sir. Bang. I knew we were going to hit one. It's a big one right there. Fernando Mendoza to 75. Saw one of those posted for like $700. I don't know if it's worth $700, but it's a nice looking card. There you go. Jonathan Lewis, congrats, man. Congrats, my friend. And thank you for asking any Mendoza and then not complaining afterwards. That's what I love. Like, I've tried really hard to weed out all the people that freak out when they don't hit. Like, Martin Jr., backwards autos. I kind of like the backwards auto. But I've tried really hard to weed out the people that, like, every card just scream and yell, like, and put all caps and stuff. Like, why am I not hitting? It's like, look, doing the best I can here. But if I could control what came out of these cases, I would be a wild breaker. But we're doing the best we can. But like we've created a really good room. We've got a lot of really good regulars that root for each other and are happy when other people hit. So we're always happy to welcome new people into said group. So if you like what you see here, you want to come back and hang out with us again, it's Rips Card Rips on eBay. My kids make fun of me because I'm a huge Baker Mayfield fan, and somebody stole the name Breaker Mayfield. And I'm so annoyed that 6 years ago when I started breaking cards, I didn't think to name myself Breaker Mayfield. And the only reason I'm Rips Card Rips is because I loved Rip from Yellowstone, Eric Singleton Jr. to 325. My name's not Rip, my name's Brian. But I was just trying to come up with something that like made sense logistically. And so if you ever are wondering, Rips Card Rips is just because I love I loved Yellowstone, the show. But my kids every time, like they'll throw one of my breaks on in the morning. They're like, cool name, Dad. Love Baker. They're like, cool name, Dad. Could have been Breaker Mayfield. I'm like, okay. Jaden Greathouse Refractor. Both my kids were, by the way, I live in Cleveland, Ohio. Both my kids were Tampa Bay Baker Mayfield for Halloween tonight. And I was a little nervous that like people were going to be, annoying and say some stuff. But most of the houses we went to were like, oh my God, wish Baker would have never left. Take an extra piece of candy. And my oldest son was like, oh my God, Dad, I'm going to be Baker Mayfield for every Halloween. I was like, oh, sure. Fair enough. So we'll see. But again, final box coming, guys. Thanks so much. It's been a fun break. We started to hit some cards here. So we got a red. We got one of the top named quarterbacks. We got John Mateer auto somewhere in here. So we got a couple of the top quarterbacks. We need a super or a crazy auto on the way in. Let's do it. Super or a crazy auto. So we got Haynes King, Mendoza, and a Mateer. So, I mean, it's 3 pretty good named quarterbacks. Give us a super. Give us a super. Again, if you guys love this stuff, you want to come back and listen to me ramble Sunday night, I'll be here. Carson Beck, I'll be here. We got a hobby case and a jumbo case back to back. I think that's a yellow, not a gold. Yellow. Nate Frazier. 350. Again, tonight is Friday. These will ship out Monday by the end of the day, just so you guys know. If you're in the Sunday's case or cases, those will ship out Tuesday. Jonah Coleman, Mendoza. Mateer, that one's got a print line through it. As you can see, sorry about that. I didn't do it. Bryce Underwood's a nice X-Fractor there. Nice Bryce. Nice Bryce. Joe Royer. Oh, Ty Simpson. Bang, Doc G. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Doc G. Look at that. It's a big one right there. Look at the end of this case. I knew the end of this case was going to go. Nice tie. Boom. At a 150. Boom. Let's go. Let's go, man. Look at I told you the second half of this case was going to cook. Miller Moss. Miller Moss. We're rolling now. Give me a super on the way in. Just a base super. Doesn't have to be an auto. Coy Parrish is a nice one. It's one of the top chases. There we go. Everybody likes Coy. All right, I mean, I feel like this is like a what? 150 MSRP? I think they were selling them for $150 a box. It's a great rip. It's a great rip at 150. A lot of the boxes didn't get you 150 back, but man, some did. So did I, Doc G. Yeah, no, I feel like this case turned out to be pretty decent. Acropolis, Dante Moore, Bryce Underwood Refractor. We got an X and a base refractor. It's got a couple of dots on it. I don't want anybody to yell at me. Over there. Couple of the little bubbles, but hey, what are you gonna do? Come on. Super on the way in. Call my shot. The mascots are tough to hit, I think, Doc G. I don't think they're very easy, but hopefully we hit one on Sunday or maybe on the way in. Haynes King. Oh, Hankerson. Vasco. Sheffield. Kyson Brown. Shimmy. Nobody's seen a mascot yet, huh? It's weird because when you list the checklist as me, Drake Lindsay, I'm like, oh man, this will be awesome. They got the mascots, and you know, you have no idea. I listed these 10 days ago, so I'm listing them out, and I'm like, oh man, the mascots will be a good chase for people. Everybody loves the school mascots. Rocco backed refractor. I'm like, oh man, that'll be awesome. They'll have reds and oranges and team color matches with all the colors, and then you realize that they're not that easy to hit. Chase Roberts. My sincerest of apologies. If you have a mascot spot and they don't hit, you'll still get a card from me. But I did not know when I listed them. That's Matt Zollers is to 325. I had no idea. I mean, I listed these 10 days ago. No idea. I don't download the odds checklist or any of that stuff. I just download the main checklist. Is the LSU, who, Nussmeier? You asking me about Garrett Nussmeier? I actually think he's a decent prospect. I think Brian Kelly's awful. It's my own personal opinion, so I think it's hard to rate him, but yeah, I think he's probably a great buy low guy. Oh, what is that? Black refractor. Here we go. Going to Auburn. Keldrick Falk to 10. 1 of 10. 1 of 10. Look at that. I think he put his Twitter handle on there. That's hilarious. Look at that, man. It says like at Doriel Color. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that says. I'm not big on social media, but that's a cool card. That's a cool card. Skulked on Vets, but you had a great time. No, man, thank you. Thank you. I'll get you something cool in the mail. I know. You were the guy that had all the cool vets. I wish we would have hit you one, man. Bo Jackson, John. So the vets are amazing in this. John Elway, Joe Montana. There's Drake Lindsay, Joe Montana, John Elway, Bo Jackson. The vets, you hit one of those vets, man. It's an insane card. The Kochkas have some interest. Yeah, for sure. Again, thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out. It's been a fun chat tonight. I appreciate you guys. We're going to do a quick recap. If you guys want to hang out with me again, I'll be back Sunday. Tomorrow night, we have a fundraiser for my kids' school, so I am off tomorrow night. I'm usually here on Saturday nights, but my wife and I are going to a fundraiser, so that's where I'll be. I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday. Here we go. Zollers, Underwood, Parrish, Underwood, Nate Fraser, Eric Singleton, Anthony Hill Jr., Gronowski, Bond, Lewis Bond, James Bond, Ahmad Hardy, Nolan Ray, Decker DeGroff, D.T. Sheffield, Trey White, Garrett Nussmeier, Bowen, Danny O'Neill, Dallas Wilson, Cyrus Allen, Joe Royer, Jamarian Wilcox, Aiden Childs to 50 is a nice card. Jacoby Jackson, Tracy, Grayson James, Malik Rutherford, Luke Reynolds, Haynes King. It's a nice Haynes King. My man, thank you for hanging out. Ian Strong, Junior Vanderos, Bryson Washington, Malik Murphy, Joe Labas, Maddox Madsen, Peyton Bowen, Cedric Alexander, Jacoby Jackson, Ja'Cory Barney Jr., Jeremy Bernard, Pendergrass, Haynes King, Eric Rivers, Ethan Vasco, Steve Angeli, Micah Lahado, Luke Altmaier, Jadarian Price, Haas, Uyagalele, Josh Cameron to 50, Lofton, Rocco Becht, Adrian Norton, and Brazel. Autos not on stands, you got Quentin Martin, Devin Dampier to 299. John Mateer is a nice one right there. Nice John Mateer. Cyrus Allen, orange to 25. Jarrett Gibson. Federic Jr. to 299. Joey Aguilar to 299. Drake Lindsay to 299. Caden Lee to 99. Harrison Wallace. Chris Brazel. Hudson Clement to 299. Jonah Coleman. Javian Thomas. And DeAndre Moore. And on the stands. And now, Aiden Childs. Aiden Childs had a good break. Base auto. Rocco Becht out of 25. Nice one there. True orange. Mateo Uiagalelei to 299. Nice refractor auto. KC Concepcion to 99 is nice. Case hit. Case hit is going to go to Baron Morton from Texas Tech. There you go. Dean's List. We got Marcel Reed, gold shimmy to 50. Nice one there. We got a Talon Taylor, gold shimmy auto to 50. Very nice. We have a Haynes King to 299. Nice one there. Auto. We have a Campus Star Sigs, Chris Vizina. I don't think that's numbered, but nice one there. True red from my man Big Papa. Omari Kelly, 2 of 5 auto. Awesome one there. And the 3 big ones. We got an inscription auto, Keldrick Falk out of 10. 1 of 10. We got a Ty Simpson auto at a 150. 5-5 out of 150. Very nice. My man Doc G. Let's go. And the hit of the break, Fernando Mendoza, purple auto out of 75. Congratulations to everybody who hit. If you didn't hit, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. Hope you guys had an amazing time. Hope you had as much fun as I did. I'll see you guys Sunday night for 2 more cases. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you Sunday. Bye-bye.